Welcome back to StreamlightEd.com. So we left off last time creating different groups for a different period of the same class. Today we are going to take a look at how to create quiz folder categories and creating quiz question for that specific test bank folder on StreamlightEd.com. Well, we left off where we create different groups for a different period. Now, notice how we have the term navigation there, right? So we can use the navigation, and this is the course that we are currently using. We just click on this, and look what happened. It takes us back to the course. And of course, the first step is to go to administration. Now we're going to look for question bank. And this takes you to another page. So what you need to do is go back to administration again. Now under question bank, you have multiple options, especially the option of categories. Click on categories. If you are creating a new category for this course the first time, the only category you see is now the default category. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to add category. And basically for the parent, you are going to choose the top. For now, it's going to choose top, okay, because this is the first category we're going to create. That's the top level that we're going to have. And you're going to put in the name of the folder. And remember to label this in terms of the organization of the front end of your table content. So I'm going to label unit-0, and I'm going to call this unit 1, okay? And we can decide what unit 1 is going to be. And of course, I will have a description for it, but you don't have to. Now we have a new folder created with 0 question because we haven't had any question for it yet. So what's more important is now that you have option along each category because there are more than one category. So what I want you to do is I want you to delete the default category. And that's pretty much it. So this makes the organization by unit a lot more easy for you to navigate in the future when you use the same course again. So this is like the title 1-0. That means there's no page to it. Now let's create an interactive question for the lecture where the student gonna put on page 1-3. Because remember, we skipped page 1-2 and 1-1 for the table content and for students to show their work, the miscellaneous work. So let's go back and to look at our steps. We are going to add another category, okay? But here, what you're going to do is you're going to choose, for parent, you're going to choose a category where you would like the new category to be located. It's going to be created as a subcategory. So I'm going to choose right here, okay? It doesn't seem to be important right now, but eventually when you have a bunch of categories, this is how you control in terms of where it's going to be located. So I'm going to create this subcategory for unit 1. I'm going to call 1-3. That's the page number. And this is going to be intro to the class. Okay. And of course, little description about the quiz if you want to, or about this folder if you want to. And I add it. And right away, you know, this is created under 1-0. But what I can do is this. I can actually push this by click on the left arrow. Look what happened. It has now become a top category. If I click on the gear, see? So this is extremely important because later on when you share with another teacher, this needs to be its own top category. That way it doesn't conflict with another teacher organization. So always organize in terms of this format. And now let's go in and add the question. So I have created this already, okay? So what we just done here can be paraphrased into the steps right here. And also, if you want to change the title for your category, you can click on the gear button, and then of course you can actually change it to something else. How about I put the word chemistry there? And of course I click save category, okay? Now, if I zoom in, you notice there is a number in the parentheses right there, right? That number indicates how many questions are there in that folder already. For now, there are no question there. For now, we have 0 question for it. So we go and click on it and look what happened. Now it gives us the option which is the same category we just looked at, right? We have the option of adding question to it. And this is one of the best way to rate question on Streamline Ed. You are going to go down to choose embedded answer or closed question, and then you click add. By using this format, you can add different level of rigor to your question. Let me show you what I mean by that. So we're done with step 7. And of course, type in the question. And the question name will be something that whatever you like. Okay, let's call this 01. And why I put 0 in front of this, because remember the question will numerically organize. So by putting 0 there, and when it's numerically organized, the 10 will continue after the 9 and the 11 will be after the 10. So, and a little short description, I don't know, this is, just put name, okay? And let me tell you, how is this gonna work? And in this case, I'm gonna use the same example provided on the worksheet. And I'm gonna type in the question, a little short description, a little basic math right here, 10 grams plus 5.2 grams. Okay, let's test our math skills in terms of science. Okay, let's test our mathematical skill application. So I'm going to write a short description so that way when we need to edit this, we know exactly what to look for. So the question is, calculate the following measurement and keep correct significant figures. And notice how when I type in the question, I have 10 grams plus 5.2 grams. This is something that's unique to this question. So when I need to go look for this question, this is what I'm going to look for, okay? So I'm going to type in the answer as well. And now we're going to look at how can we change this text into an answer key. So the next step is this. You need to go to this button right here. This is the button to expand to show more buttons. It actually gives you the hints where it show more buttons. And give you this button where it says close editor. And basically what does it do is this. After you have access to the close editor button, you're going to highlight the text where you want to transform this or convert it to an answer key. So I'm going to click on it on the close editor and I'm going to choose short answer and I click add. Basically for short answer, the student has to type in the exact text to get it right. But you can actually provide specific feedback. Remember, this question asks about significant figures. And the right answer is 15. But you know 10 plus 5.2, that is 15.2. But this answer is right mathematically, but in terms of scientific measurement, it is wrong. So I would like to give this student, oh, you did a great job, but I think you deserve only 50% of the grade. So we can actually provide feedback. Put need correct significant figures. And then when the student type in 15.2, they will get 50% correct. Now, what if the student type in completely wrong answer, does not relate to 15 at all? Something like this. What we can do is we can put that star right there. Basically, it's represent for anything. And of course, they would have 0 point for it, right? But we can actually give them hints how to solve it. Okay? And we can say something, use your math skill. How about that? Of course, we also have the unit in science well. Now I'm going to highlight this again and I'm going to click the close editor button and then I click the short answer. Well, this is now in the relative world of English. Well, what if I decide to put gram only for the singular form? So what you can do, of course, you can actually add in another option, gram, okay, and still give the student the full credit, okay? Now, what if you don't want to do that? You can actually take this right here and put a star right next to it. Basically, this can be anything. So if they put grammaticals or gram blah, 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 it will still be right as long as they have the grams part, okay? So that's what makes this star more powerful. We don't have to worry about adding another option for another answer. And then insert. And all you have to do is save and continue editing. That way, if you make any changes or the internet disconnect on you, it will save for you. But what if you want to preview in terms of what does it look like for the student? You can click preview and this gives you the preview button. Let's try the answer. Let's type in 15.2, okay? And then we're going to type in this grams. Gram-sol, how about that? To prove the point. And you click submit, look what happened. When you look over this, right, when you hover over it, it gives you that partial, it also gives you that hint or that immediate feedback that you provide to your student. Need correct significant figures. And that's all the student sees. The student not going to see the correct answer, of course. And then you also go to gram-sol. Remember we put that star next to gram? It could be anything as long as they have the gram part, and the student will get full credit. So that's how it works. And then once you're done, you click save. And there you go, you have your first question created for this category. And that's basically it. But the flexibility is almost endless. You can see this, right? It's almost endless in terms of how you control your question. It is your imagination that will allow you to challenge your student to make your class more rigorous, but also more meaningful for your student. That's why we encourage you to work together with another teacher during PLC, professional learning community in your school, to create this powerful test bank that you can easily share with another teacher. Now, what if I want to duplicate the question? I just click on duplicate. And if I want to delete this question, I just delete. And if I want to preview, I just click the magnifying glass. But what if I want to share this question with somebody? Okay, let's assume that I'm sharing this question with myself. What you can do is now go to that question, click on show more button, look for HTML code, and that basically convert your question into an HTML code. All you have to do is copy, Control C to copy, okay? And I'm gonna exit out. I'm gonna cancel this, okay? And I'm gonna add a new question, pretending I'm sharing this with someone. I can copy and paste this and share on an email or something, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna choose the same format again, click close, embed it. So I choose the same format again. I'm gonna put this question 02, okay? And whatever the name is gonna be. And basically what I can do now is click on show more button, click on this HTML code again, and I just Control V and paste this. And I click on the HTML code again. Look what happened. It changed this into a question now. You're done. You're done sharing it. Look what happened. I click save change and continue editing. This will, and then I preview it. Now I have a question again, the same thing. So imagine you want to share with another teacher like this and collaborate with other teachers in your school. See how easy it is? Boom, done. The same feedback, everything just there. And I apologize for skipping around for a little bit, and then click save changes once you're satisfied with it. And basically what we just did there is summarized in this steps right here. And of course, thank you for your time. And if you have any question or you would like to share how you use this in your class, feel free to put a comment below. And if you like this videos, please click the like button below and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not done already. Thank you for your time.